Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We got 3 different bottles from Traverse City. Is it Traverse? Did I say it correct? It is Traverse City whiskey.
In Michigan, and we're gonna
test it! Where you at in Michigan style? Where you at in Michigan?
Upper.
I don't know where it is. Maybe right there? I don't know. All right, we're in. So right off the bat, I saw they got the hand on the back, and I was like, oh, they got the hand on each one. And you were like, what's that?
Yeah.
And I knew somebody that lived there, and I was like, where'd you live in Michigan? And they were like, well, I'm like, what are you doing? What is this? And they're like, oh, I live right there. And that's the shape of Michigan, is like a hand.
Yep.
So these were sent to us. We want to say that right off the top. So we've got
by one of the brand rep.
Right. Well,
not
he
from
had
a
them
fan.
send it. No, not from a fan. It was a brand. Their advertiser, I think, said, "Hey, the Dummies are hot. They're a hot show. They're killing it. They're on top of it. Then you gotta send them something." Boom! This showed up.
Word finally got out.
Word got out 10 years after we started that we're hot, baby.
You want to pour that in 2 glasses? I thought you were doing that in 1 glass.
No. So we've got the straight bourbon. Then we've got cask strength. This, the rye, we'll share off of this glass.
So we're going to do the straight bourbon and then the cask strength in the same glass.
That's what I figured.
Because you're going to assume that they're pretty close.
Well, I may or may not have sampled them.
Oh.
So, and they are fairly close, the cask strength and the straight bourbon. This is 43%, if I remember. Yes. So 43%. Aged in new American oak barrels for 4 years or more. Small batch and handcrafted Traverse City. That being said, they don't show where on the hand they are. Where are they on there?
Talk to the hand.
I get oak on the front.
This is my first time with any of these, so.
Oak, a little bit of honey.
It's a nice bourbon nose.
It is. There's something that's a little bit different. I almost wanted to say dill, but that would be the rye. It wouldn't be here.
About said malty, but it wouldn't be malty. Grassy, maybe oak. Maybe that's some of the oak showing as well.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of oak, and I think that is the oak kicker.
Looking for vanilla. I don't see vanilla on the nose.
Hey, it's bottled by the Traverse City Whiskey Company, Traverse City, Michigan, but it's distilled in Indiana.
Oh.
That tells you a lot right there. I know they don't call themselves MGP anymore, but what'd they change it to?
I know, we can't ever remember, and people keep telling us.
You guys are dumb. Name this show. All right, what else you got?
I was looking for cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon and oak, dry, dusty, grassy.
Wow. So I actually get, my first impression was a maltiness right on the top of the palate as I sipped it, which is interesting. But then it slid over into a grassy oak vanilla, maybe?
That's interesting that you say malty as well.
I know. It was on the right at the sip. Did you get a malty taste?
Yeah, a little bit. More grassy, I think. Maybe a little bit of maltiness type showing. It's actually a very, very nice palate. A little bit richer, a little bit more depth to it than I was expecting at 43%.
Right.
And probably a younger whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's straight, so we know it's 4 years, which
and it says. Right. It is. That's kind of what? Getting a lot of, I want to say blonde oak. What is blonde oak? I don't know why.
I was going to say, you're supposed to be talking while I'm sitting there, and I took a drink, and you were empty mouth.
Well, you pointed, and I thought you were going to say something. I thought there was some contemplation going on. Yeah, I didn't go. Well, usually you don't have to prompt me to talk.
You going to say something?
Usually it's like, shut up. I'm trying to ruminate.
Slight spiciness. I can't say there's rye bread, like there's rye notes. A little bit of a pepper, nice cinnamon, oak,
Let me put a little water in here.
Oh, yeah.
So let me see. We'll do you first because that's custom. You want more?
Yeah, a little bit more drop there.
I drained mine down pretty far. Sorry. And there was a little water left in there.
For haven't had a drink in a while or something there? Just
Yes.
drank it all?
Yeah. Ooh,
It's
actually, I was trying to get, for 43%, it's overperforming. I think blind, I would think this was at least 46%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I
because
agree.
I'm getting a little velvety mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. Literal drop of water on there, not much. Don't notice. Maybe a little bit more velvety. Maybe a little bit creamier. Creaminess showing. Throw some root beer barrel candy
Okay.
on there.
For me, the drop of water brought out a lot more oak. So I'm not enjoying that as much, although it did change it a lot. I mean, a lot more oak came out with the drop of water. Before I was getting more of that malted barley-ish.
I like it. Let's move on to the barrel strength.
All right.
Give me another. I still got. Here, drink this.
You want another glass? There's another glass.
Uno mas, por favor.
I'm going to clear and cleanse this one out the old-fashioned way. So, and then we'll come to the rye. So, throw it over the shoulder. Clear it out, baby. Clear it out. You were in a hurry. I wasn't sure what you were doing. Once again, you're kind of pushing. You're pushing. So, percentage on this, I want to say is like 56 or 57, if memory serves.
56.9.
Well, it's both almost.
Signature edition. Signature edition. That was a funny pronunciation I had.
Signature. Signature edition. What?
Nothing. I was just trying to. Everybody, we got to do something about this small print.
Yeah, we're getting old, folks. You got to make we need
gotta-
like block letters, font
Did
18.
You got
You
something
didn't talk
blocking
about
view. You got something blocking
I was
view.
blocking
there.
the rye. We haven't gotten to the rye yet. So they sent along some cherries, which I'm going to give
Traverse
you.
City premium cocktail cherries. They look like the dark and syrupy, kind of like the
Yeah.
Luxardos.
Yeah, so those, you will
Try
take
those.
those home. I'm not a big cherry
All right. Barrel. What do we label it? Barrel proof. Straight bourbon whiskey.
So
barrel proof.
We're going from 43% to 56.9, so pretty nice jump.
I have seen, several places you'll have your straight bourbon whiskey, but then your barrel proof isn't labeled straight bourbon because maybe it's not 4 years old. But this one is. This is straight bourbon. It's labeled straight
Well,
bourbon
this is
and
4
barrel
plus. Did it say how old this is?
proof. Well, no, but it's straight bourbon. Oh, yeah.
So it's gotta be at least 2.
That's 2. That's right. We said 4 earlier, didn't we?
Well, you said
that one
4.
had a
I'll
4
let
year.
it slide. I knew you meant 2.
I was thinking bottled in bond.
Sure, I know.
But yeah, this one says 4. I don't know if that one. I can't read the print on the back.
Right, 56.9.
We need to start
For
a movement.
For this limited edition release, we've hand selected the most flavorful whiskey in our rickhouse. Okay, so this has been hand picked barrel, aged for more than 4 years. So
All
the
right,
same rule though.
Good.
It's bourbon in its most natural state, and then uncut and bottled at full barrel proof, crafted to sip slowly and enjoy sharing life's defining moments. Cheers.
All right. We'll go in on the palate.
Right. So when
Let's talk nose, I guess. Nose is actually.
I was getting ready to fill time while you were sipping.
Yeah, no, about.
You had the head cocked back.
I know, I was ready to go. I was like,
you were
oh,
ready to
give me-
knock it back.
Nose and notes yet, but I actually get less on the nose on this than I do the straight bourbon.
See, I thought I'd get a little bit more. I pick up a little bit of cherry cola on the nose with the oak in the background. I didn't get the cherry cola here, and now I'm getting a real nice cherry cola.
Huh. I really get I'm getting slight less notes, but oak, dry oak, a little bit higher ABV. You can tell burning the nostrils a little bit.
Yeah, just a touch more. But yeah, cherry coke is what I'm getting on the nose when I go in. And a little bit, it's like a dusty oak, not a blonde oak, whatever that was. So,
Palate definitely better on this one. Of course, that's higher ABV, but it does seem a little bit richer. Little bit more depth to it. Nice oak here, though, for me. Might be quite a bit for you.
yeah.
Caramel. Now we're getting into some more of the normal bourbon notes here. Caramel, brown sugar.
Yeah, in the finish. Yeah, the oak's like real powerful mid-palate.
Yeah. Yeah, even into the finish, I'm still getting oak, which I like. Yeah, that can push the boundaries for you a little bit. Me, the more oak, the better.
Yeah.
It's
like a lot
butter.
of wood.
It's like liquid butter.
Liquid butter. Give him more butter and oak. Huh. Well, what's interesting is I get that velvety coating is there as well. You're right, the oak is strong. It really makes itself known in the mid-palate. And it lingers like an old dry barn, even in the finish.
Cinnamons, spicy.
Yes, a lot of spicy, I don't know exactly what, but I definitely got that cinnamon spice still in the finish. So it lingers around a little longer. That's where it's nice. Our palates are a little bit different. I would probably drink this one more just because the oak is toned down a little bit. But as you heard, Scott wants more wood. That one's still real nice, though. It's really full flavored. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's over oaked.
Water helping more. There's the cherries you got before. I'm getting now cherry cola.
Yeah.
Really nice and rich. Nice finish.
Ooh. I got a little like barrel char there, too. That was nice. The water helped this one out a lot.
Yeah,
Tamed
I think
down
so,
the
too.
oak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Sweeter.
Yeah.
The cherry started to show for me anyway. Yeah, and I think it toned down some of the oak as well. Definitely in the finish, not near as much oak, but more spicy now, and more of the brown sugars kind of parlaying over.
Ooh, yeah, that just quickly overtook with the touch of water, which you would assume it could hold with that higher proof. That's the way I'd be sipping this. Either a nice cube or a little bit of water. That really rounded it out. Wow, very nice.
All right. Ooh.
Now, here's interesting. Ugh, I can't talk. This is even more proof. I want to say this is 58.9.
What?
Yeah. What? It's even stronger than cast strength. Even stronger.
Is it labeled barrel proof, cast strength? Just rye whiskey?
Yeah, barrel proof. This is a rye whiskey.
Straight.
Barrel proof, so it's another signature edition.
Straight rye?
Yes, straight rye whiskey. And let's see, this one is produced and bottled by the Traverse City Whiskey Company. Interesting.
Nice.
So this one doesn't say, I bet you that one's saying Indiana right down
Distilled
there.
in Indiana.
Yeah.
Produced and bottled by Traverse City.
Right. So this looks like this is their own bottle or their own juice. For this barrel proof release, we've selected rye whiskey from our most exceptional barrels, aged for more than 4 years. The results goes into some of that, some of this. Notes of spice, followed by a warm, buttery finish. Ooh, the butter we were talking about. Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Stick of butter.
Stick of butter.
All right. We're going to share a glass here.
Right. Now, I love my ryes.
Citrusy sweet.
I'm covetous.
A little bit of ethanol.
Okay.
But sweet, citrusy.
Also like there's wax.
Cinnamon.
Wax on these two. Just a strap on this one. Oh, that is interesting. Huh. What is that? There's the rye bite in there, a cross between the dill and rising dough. A little tang of like citrus. and dill again. Wow.
Nice palate, a little bit richer than I was expecting. Dry, astringent, citrus notes, rye notes, baking, rising bread.
Ooh. A little bit of dill.
The first sip more is going to come from the. Don't be adding water yet.
You don't want it yet? Take another
sip.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Got your tongue. I don't get any oak influence at all. Are you picking up? I'm not getting it. Maybe it's all rye.
Well, no, the oak influence is what causes all those notes that we're getting. You mean you're not getting any oak notes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Oak flavors.
Different than a lot of ryes.
It is.
I'm not a big rye guy.
Rye guy.
A poet that don't know it. This one's different. Very interesting, intriguing, in a good way. Peppery, spicy, dry, really astringent. I mean, it's literally, I felt like I ate a saltine cracker.
It's kind of enveloping, though.
It is.
The palate got up under the top of my lip.
Burning, higher ABV, you can tell.
Yeah. It's almost, there's a slight vegetable note as well.
Yeah. Caramels, a little bit more caramel than I usually get on a rye. Barely left some for me. You've put water on that right too now, right?
Yeah. A little bit of water's in there, and I barely left some for you. I figured you can get one more sip on it. Feel free to pour more.
I like it. That actually might be my favorite of the three.
It's got a lot of,
And
maybe it's the high proof. It's got a lot of punch to it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a nice flavor though. It's a nice palate. It's a neat palate.
Okay. You're right. It is the driest of the three. I'm still kind of getting used to that.
Yeah, I like them.
After the water was added,
well,
that was my favorite. I didn't like the oak as much before. And then once the water went in, boom, brown sugars. I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah, you want to score them?
Sure. Let me think here. I'm going to run off all three, and I'm going to start with what I like the most, which was after the water, 88. This stays 88, and that's an 85 for me.
So I was going 85, so I'm right there with you on that one. 87 on the barrel proof bourbon, and 88 on the rye.
Nice. We're right in there.
Yeah.
Very good. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely worth trying. Now, you probably don't know price points, but I think they're pretty reasonable.
Okay, and I don't.
I'm not sure that I've seen them around in our area. And again, these were sent to us.
Right.
Very nice. And I know there's a lot of MGP, whiskeys out there. We've had some that are good, some that are not so good. These are definitely in the good batch, the good rounds of the nice MGPs.
And it looks like their own rye.
Yeah, it looks like their own rye. Anyway.
Yeah, and way to go.
So,
especially being your favorite rye. So, we do have... Oh, no, we're going to wait on that. We do have Patreon, though. So when you go to patreon.com, look up Scotch Test Dummies, you can back us there for as little as $1 a month. You can scale it up however you want. And when we get a new person in, which we won't be doing today, we'll possibly shout your name out with gusto if you go in for $2. But what else we got?
Go to scotchtestdummies.com. You can pick up shirts, coins, which, we had one. Didn't use it. It works good for capping the glass.
Yeah,
get a little nose,
cap the glass.
Nose on there. And we got glasses, dropper set stuff. It helps support the show, keeps the lights on, keeps the whiskey coming.
That's right. Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.